Is traveling at a speed of 30 km per hour, okay, is brought to halt in 8 meters by applying brakes. If the same car is traveling at a speed of 60 km per hour, it can be brought to halt with the same braking power is. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे if the braking power is same, I can say that the force applied in the first case will be equal to the force applied in the second case. Okay, so if the force applied is same for the same car, now the force is equal to mass into acceleration. So I can say that since the car remains same, I can say that the mass also remains same. So I can say that in both this situation, acceleration or the deceleration, in fact the deceleration of both the cars will remain same. Okay, so now we have to calculate the stopping distance. The stopping distance of the first, that is S1, is given as 8 meter. We have to calculate the value of S2. So we have to calculate the second stopping distance. Now both of them are stopping. Okay, so I can say that the final velocity in both these cases, that is V1 will be equal to V2 will be equal to 0 meter per second or kilometer per hour. Okay, in this case it will be equal to kilometer per hour. Now we will use the formula V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So which implies V1 square is equal to U1 square plus 2AS1 or 2A1S1, and similarly V2 square is equal to U2 square plus 2A2S2. Okay, so when I rearrange this part, for the first I will substitute the values. It will be equal to 0 is equal to initial velocity in the first case. If you read the question, it is given as 30 km per hour. So it will be equal to 30 square plus 2A1S1. So 30 square will be equal to minus 2A1S1, and similarly if I substitute for the second car for the second case, the velocity is given as 60 km per hour. So the velocity will be equal to 60 square will be equal to minus 2A2S2. Okay, I will take the ratio over here. It will be equal to 30 by 60 is 1 by 2, and if you see there is a square over here, so it will be equal to 1 by 4. Okay, it will be equal to 1 by 4. Now over here 1 by 4 is equal to 2A1. 2A1 will get cancelled out because A1 is equal to A2 over here. So it will be equal to S1 divided by S2. Now over here S1 is given as 8 meter. So S2 will be equal to 8 into S1, which is equal to 4 into S1, which will be equal to over here 4 into S1. S1 is given as 8 meter. So 4 into S1 will be equal to 4 into 8, which is equal to 32 meter. No need to convert the velocity over here because in the ratio it will get cancelled out. Okay, in the ratio, even if you convert the kilometer per hour into meter per second, it will get cancelled out. So the answer is the S2 is 32 meter, which is option number D.